Okay, hello everyone. Alright, so in this video I wanted to talk about a few text editors that we are going to use going forward in Unix. So the first one is VI, which stands for Visual Editor. And then there's another one that came out after VI, an improved version. So they added an M to VI, so VIM or VIM, which stands for VI Improved. And one nice thing about VI Improved was that you could put your fingers in the center of the keyboard and pretty much get everything done. And you could switch between different modes, visual mode, insert mode, all that. So VI, and then later it became VI Improved, so VI or VIM. In the next video, I'm going to cover really cool ways where you can learn Vim directly in the terminal. And then there's another text editor, which is Emacs, and it stands for Editor Macros. And the cool thing about that is that it has certain macros that performs like really complex tasks, and that's how people like it. And you could create buffers and all that. But I will show you how to directly learn Emacs also in the terminal, and then you could choose between what editor you want to use. One very simple one that I want to cover though was called Pico, right? So Pico, which was changed to Nano. So Pico stands for Pine Composer, and that was used in the past to send emails from the command line. It's very simple. It's a very simple text editor, but they changed it to Nano. It's just in the names, right? Nano is 1,000 times larger than Pico, and that's why they changed it to Nano with improvement. It was better with memory management on all that stuff. And so to see it in action, I'm going to hit Command K first of all to clear the screen. So don't forget, I mentioned I'm going to show you how to learn Vim and Emacs directly in the terminal. Really cool interactive way to do that. But I just wanted to show you a text editor, which is Nano in the terminal. So in order to do that, I'm going to type in Nano. But notice I also mentioned it was called Pico. If you type in Pico and hit enter, you're actually going to get Nano. You can see over here, Nano. If you also type in Nano, you're going to get Nano, right? So Pico has changed to Nano. And so let's try a few things. It's just like a regular text editor. You could type out anything, just like you want. Hit enter and continue to type in. You could delete stuff as well. You could use the arrow keys to move around, and you could, on some operating systems, use option. You can press the option and notice it changes to a crosshair, and you can click anywhere and then the cursor moves there. So option and then click anywhere and the cursor moves there. So that's useful. There are these shortcuts at the bottom of the page. So notice that each shortcut, for example, each word has some shortcut in front of it, and these are the key combinations you use to access these shortcuts. So for example, if you look at Control G over here, so that's Control G on the Mac, it stands for get help. So Control G, and it takes me to the help, which you can scroll through and kind of learn more about it. You can also hit Control X to exit out of this help menu. So Control X takes me back to the text editor. And then over here, if I want to exit from the text that I just typed, I can hit Control X again. And it's asking me over here, do you want to save the modified buffer? Which is pretty much asking you, hey, you've made some changes here, do you want to save it? It's similar to like other text editors out there. If you type in something and you don't save it and you try to close it, you get that prompt. And so I'm going to hit no because I don't want to save this. So N for no, and it takes me back to the terminal. So the way you use Pico or Nano is by just starting with a keyword Pico or Nano, but use Nano because Pico changed to Nano. So Nano, and if there was a text file already, you could just type the name of the text file. So some file.txt, and it opens this file in Nano, but I don't have any file like that. Now the cool thing is, if this file doesn't exist, Nano will create this file for you, and then you could work with it, right? So if I hit enter, you can see over here already that the file name is some file.txt. I'm going to use Control X to close this. this file is already created. And we're going to get into navigating the file system and all that, but I just wanted to expose you to some of the text editors, Nano for example, and then I'm going to show you how to learn Vim and Emacs, and you could choose any text editor to work with in Unix. Alright, if you have any questions, please post down below and I'll do everything to respond to them. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time in the next video. Alright then, bye bye.